It was late when I finally made it home, completely wiped out from work. Sarah was on her phone, scrolling as if she was absorbed in something urgent. Normally I wouldn't have paid it any mind, but as I passed her the screen flashed and I caught a single line. "Hope your dumb husband doesn't get suspicious." My blood ran cold. The message came from her boss. I tried to tell myself I'd misread it. Maybe it was a joke. But when she snapped her phone shut and gave me a guilty look, the doubt vanished. This wasn't harmless. Something was happening. Anger and disbelief churned in my gut, but I didn't blow up. I acted like everything was normal. Asked about dinner, listened to her day, helped with the dishes. Inside, though, my head was spinning. Who writes that about their partner's spouse unless there's something to hide? And why would Sarah let that happen? That night, while she slept, I used a passcode I knew to unlock her phone. My hands trembled as I scrolled through the conversations. Message after message between her and her boss, flirtatious remarks, plans to meet in secret late at night, and mockery of me for being too trusting. Each exchange tightened the knot in my chest. I hardly slept. Lying awake, staring at the ceiling, I felt like the woman I loved had betrayed me, and that they both assumed I'd never notice. By morning I'd made up my mind. I copied every text, saved every photo, and downloaded emails into a hidden folder on my laptop. I even printed some of it out. For a week I put on a mask, kissed her goodbye each morning, laughed at her stories, complimented her cooking, all while quietly collecting more proof. I tracked her late nights, noted her movements, and recorded some phone calls. Every new piece of evidence added fuel to what was building inside me. Then I contacted her company's HR. I sent them the messages and recordings, and I made sure her boss's wife received a carefully assembled packet of screenshots. It didn't take long. An investigation began. The boss's marriage started to unravel. Sarah, unaware it was my doing, came home one night in tears. She told me her boss had been suspended after his wife filed for divorce and that she couldn't understand why everything at work was collapsing. I listened, offered sympathy, and felt a dark satisfaction simmer inside me. A week later, I sat her down. I laid the printed messages on the table in front of her. The moment she saw them, she froze. Her face went pale as the truth hit her. I spoke quietly, my voice colder than I expected. "Did you really think I was that blind?" I asked. She tried to speak, stumbling over her words, offering excuses that sounded weak and meaningless. She pleaded for forgiveness, swearing it was a mistake, but it was far too late. Once trust is shattered, it can't simply be pieced back together. I told her I wanted a divorce. That was the moment she finally understood what her betrayal had cost her. When everything came out, her affair became public knowledge at work. She lost her job and her reputation. Her boss, her partner in the affair, lost his marriage and his position. The two of them, once so confident and smug, were left in ruins, humiliated and alone. The most satisfying part was that I never had to shout or create a scene. I stayed calm, letting their own choices destroy them. All I did was reveal the truth they had tried to bury. Now, months later, I can see that discovering that single message changed everything. They thought they were fooling me, but they never realized I was already steps ahead. In the end, I was the one who walked away, free, stronger, and far wiser. My wife's boss once joked that I never got suspicious. He was right. I didn't get suspicious. I got even.